Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let's break down this one. It's gonna be easy, easy. So first thing, the structure we see on the daily time frame, we have a couple of things, but on the structural perspective, we can see that we were bearish, right? Structurally bearish after this shift here. And if we pay attention to the last bearish leg, which is from this high here to this low, we see that price is currently staying inside of it, and there was no type of shift of structure in regard to this range here. Now let's zoom in into this area, but before then, working on the origin, right, of whatever swing could potentially form, we see that we have a liquidity void here. We have this liquidity void. So I would look past this liquidity void, right? I wouldn't pay attention to these levels because of the liquidity void that we had here. So what we had on the left side, if we pay attention, we had this breaker block here. We have a breaker, and so we can see that price is currently tapping into this breaker. Now, as we can see here, price was quite trending to the upside, right? And so it was legit for someone to think that price is going to continue higher. But again, now let's pay attention to what happened here. So as price was moving to the upside, we can see that we had a range formed here. We had this range. We had liquidity sitting down below, and here price started to be exhausted as they hit our breaker on the left side. And so from that moment, we can see we had another range here with a higher high here, exhaustion still visible, right? And then you pay attention, we broke below this low, right? So we had a shift in trend. What we had is a shift in trend here. Looking at the H4, we can see that further the H4 gave us also a verified bearish shift. Now structurally we were bearish on the H4. Looking at the CE level on the daily time frame, CE level between this classic level and this support become resistance SBR level. We have this 50% H4 OCL level, H1 classic level. Now, what made this level quite interesting and relevant is the liquidity that we had here, but we also had some liquidity sitting up there. If we pay attention to these levels forming typical highs, right? So, I mean, the resistance was provided by the daily CE level, the H4, and the H1 classic, right? The H4 OCL and the H1 classic that we had, but ultimately price went and tapped into this breaker, right? We had on an eccentric liquidation perspective, we had a double area here, right? We had a double area, and so it was expectable for them to reject off on this high, right? And we can see here, following the structure and everything, bearishness unfolding.